There's one that really sticks out in my mind. She's a lady who I met actually up in the north in Badakhshan when I just went up there to visit. I visited the hospital there where I'd worked for some time before. And when I was there, the doctors had said to me, the obstetricians, that there was this lady who was pregnant and that she seemed to have some mental condition. I took one look at her and realised that she'd had an eclamptic seizure. She had had the complication of that, which was a stroke. She couldn't move her left side at all. She couldn't speak to us. She couldn't sit or stand. She couldn't feed herself. And the amazing thing was that the doctors just couldn't recognise that. They just didn't understand what was happening to her. And they had no intention of delivering her baby, which should be the only way really to save her life and to save the baby's life. So with the help of the International Red Cross, we managed to fly her down to our hospital in Kabul and look after her there. We delivered her on the same day that she arrived. Her baby, we're not sure how old the baby was gestation-wise, but think probably about 8 months, probably about 32 weeks, but very small for that age. Probably a degree of growth retardation because of her condition. So the baby weighed just 1 kilogram. And just remarkably, the mother survived all of this. And even more remarkably, because we've got a very, very new and basic neonatal unit, but the baby survived. There was a lot of prayer that went into this family, and the husband was one of the most supportive husbands I had ever met. This poor woman actually had no living children. She had had 9 premature births and stillbirths, and none of her children had survived. So you can imagine the situation with this woman who still had a stroke, still couldn't move properly or feed herself or speak, trying to also look after this now very premature baby. But I think God really heard our prayers. She recovered. She made a remarkable recovery actually. She was able to walk again, she was able to speak, she was able to feed. She just had stiffness on one side. But really, day by day, you could see her recovering. And the most wonderful day was the day that she just smiled. She was holding her baby and she smiled. And yeah, it still makes me feel quite emotional to think about it, because it was just such a special case. Her husband was a farmer. The family were just subsistence living, so he had to leave and go back to his farm in Badakhshan. And because he was such a great carer of her and looked after her so well, we actually decided all together that the couple would leave the baby with us in the hospital until the baby was big enough to be able to go home safely. And that's exactly what happened. The couple went back and and he came back just a month later when the baby was 2.5 kilograms, and he took the baby home then. And again, lots of smiles and lots of gratitude, and just a very special occasion for us as a hospital.